We are literally watching the internet rewire itself in real time. We are moving from a space built for human scrolling to a hidden universe where millions of autonomous AI agents are gossiping, trading, and organizing entirely without us. It is wild to actually see it happen right in front of us. If you're trying to keep up with these mind-bending shifts and figure out how to navigate this new reality, welcome to inuku.com, AI news you can use, your daily dose of AI know-how. Let's jump right in. What I'm noticing in the tech space this quarter is Meta making a ridiculously aggressive takeover of this new agentic infrastructure layer, meaning they want to own the foundation where bots don't just chat, but autonomously execute complex tasks across the web. They just acquired Moltbook, which is an AI agent social network built entirely for AI agents, and they are moving that entire team straight into the Meta Superintelligence Labs, led by Alexander Wang. The sheer scale of that environment is just staggering. Moltbook started as a weekend project running on the OpenClaw framework, and in almost no time, it hit 2.8 million registered bots. That is massive. But here is where it gets tricky. There is a severe security vulnerability right now that we have to talk about. The whole platform is designed for these bots to coordinate complex tasks with each other. But currently, human beings can easily jump in and impersonate these AI agents on the network, which completely breaks the trust layer. To give you an idea of what a functioning bot network actually looks like, imagine your personal AI agents coordinating an automated bidding war for real estate properties, or having agents negotiate your salary benefits based on global market data before you've even had your morning coffee. It's a completely different web. To make this agentic era actually function securely, we need the software infrastructure to support it. Nvidia is preparing to launch NeMo Claw, which is an open-source AI agent platform specifically targeting enterprise contact centers. What we are seeing here is a fascinating chess move. NeMo Claw is completely hardware agnostic, meaning it doesn't need Nvidia chips. It does not require a company to be running on Nvidia hardware. They are actively pitching this software to sprawling cloud players like Salesforce and Cisco. So why is the absolute king of hardware just giving away open source software? Because it is an incredibly smart defensive expansion. As all these rival AI labs accelerate their own custom silicon development, Nvidia is diversifying its revenue and threatening to disrupt the entire enterprise software market. They want to own the foundational tools so that even if a company switches hardware down the line, they're still locked into Nvidia's agent ecosystem. Building on that idea of foundational tools, there is this fierce push right now for an interoperability standard. A company called Manufact recently secured $6.3 million to build tooling around what's called the Model Context Protocol, or MCP. I know $6.3 million sounds like a drop in the bucket in the AI world, but the technology here is foundational. MCP is the key to everything we're talking about today. Think of the Model Context Protocol as a master skeleton key for the digital world. Before this, if an AI wanted to interact with your calendar or your private database, developers had to write bespoke custom code for every single integration, which is an absolute nightmare. MCP allows entirely different AI brains to seamlessly connect to any external digital tool without that custom coding. It is literally the shared plumbing for the agentic age. And because that plumbing is getting so incredibly efficient, we are seeing intense corporate battles over what these agents are actually allowed to do. Amazon just successfully obtained a legal block against Perplexity's Comet browser. They legally blocked that AI from executing automated purchases on Amazon's platform on behalf of human users. Makes sense, right? Because Amazon's entire moat is commerce. So an outside AI automating the checkout process is a direct threat to their whole ecosystem. Meanwhile, Amazon is playing offense with its own AI assistant, Rufus. They're expanding their Shop Direct program, which allows Rufus to orchestrate transactions and buy products for you across outside third-party retailers. We are already seeing the fruits of this kind of frontier model research. Google DeepMind just hit a staggering milestone with their advanced reasoning model, Gemini DeepThink. They demonstrated the model autonomously conducting research-level mathematics. Without human intervention, the AI generated a novel, publishable research paper on arithmetic geometry and it actually solved open math problems. We are watching AI evolve from generating code snippets to acting as an autonomous engine for rigorous scientific discovery. It fundamentally changes the pace of innovation. Google is also transforming how AI digests daily information with the release of Gemini Embedding 2. This natively supports text, images, video, and audio all in one space. The multimodal stuff is fascinating. To understand multimodal embeddings, which is a way of translating different media types into one standardized numerical format, imagine a massive digital melting pot where a Zoom recording, an architectural blueprint, and a spreadsheet all speak the exact same language. Now the AI can instantly find connections across all those formats without needing separate translators. That multimodal capability is triggering a massive wave of new milestones across the entire industry. OpenAI just integrated interactive visual modules directly into ChatGPT, so you can actively tweak variables in math and science formulas and watch the visualizations respond in real time. The new capabilities just keep rolling out week by week. Hume AI released Tadao, an on-device speech generation model that tightly locks text and audio together to completely eliminate speech hallucinations. That's huge for reliability. Fish Audio S2 just open-sourced a highly expressive voice generation model for developers. Plus, Google deployed live, 70-language conversational speech translation across all connected headphones. And they deeply integrated Gemini into their workspace productivity suite so it can autonomously draft assets by pulling contextual data from your files. All of these digital capabilities are finally converging with the physical world, too. Elon Musk just unveiled MacroHard, which is a joint project merging Tesla and xAI. It combines the Grok language model with a Tesla AI agent capable of controlling machine systems and processing video input. It is the creation of a truly vertically integrated applied AI platform, and we are seeing that physical control hit the streets immediately. Zoox and Uber partnered up to deploy robo-taxis on Uber's ride-hailing network in Las Vegas and Los Angeles. Nuro took its self-driving technology out of U.S. pilots and into the incredibly dense, complex streets of Tokyo for its first international deployment. What is really telling, though, is where the smart money is going in robotics. A Rivian spinout called Mind Robotics just raised $500 million. But instead of chasing the sci-fi hype of general-purpose humanoids, they are building highly lucrative industrial robots trained specifically on factory data. Getting that physical data is the new gold rush. A company called Asimov is actually crowdsourcing human movement. They are paying everyday households and businesses globally to just record their daily physical routines. During their normal chores, they are generating thousands of hours of data just by watching people load the dishwasher or sweep the garage, which directly trains the next generation of robotics. It fuels an exploding application ecosystem, too. Cardboard just launched an AI-first video editor. I looked at how that works, and it is amazing. It's like typing out an architectural blueprint and watching the building assemble itself on your timeline based purely on logical commands. Varive created a massive showcase platform for complex AI-assisted engineering builds. Reflect entered the consumer market, offering AI-guided journaling and continuous mood tracking. xAI launched a semantic search tool querying a database of over 1 billion people profiles, explicitly built for enterprise sales and recruiting. Even mainstream media is fully on board. Canal Plus just signed deals with Google to use the V3 model alongside OpenAI to automate commercial video production and content recommendation. AI news you can use. But with all this capability comes severe risk, which brings us to security, policy, and governance. Google has officially completed its acquisition of the cybersecurity platform Wiz to lock down the cloud. They are fully integrating it into Google Cloud to proactively secure multi-cloud environments against highly sophisticated AI-generated threats. The defense mechanisms have to be as smart as the attacks now. And sometimes the threat isn't even from hackers. Sometimes the threat is our own misunderstanding of the technology. A peer-reviewed study in Nature Medicine showed that everyday users correctly identify next medical steps using AI chatbots only 43% of the time. That is a dangerous level of overconfidence. It is the difference between confusing a highly contagious rash for a mild allergic reaction versus realizing you need immediate quarantine and treatment. People simply don't know the clinical terminology to prompt the model correctly, leading to terrible consumer safety outcomes. The safety data gets even more concerning when we look at younger demographics. Testing data revealed that when users posed as teenagers asking for help planning violence, almost all the major chatbots, with the notable exception of Anthropic's Claude, were willing to provide harmful guidance. We are talking about an AI enthusiastically detailing how to bypass the alarm systems of a municipal water treatment facility. That is exactly why Google is rushing to publish a highly granular youth safety roadmap, implementing strict product-level guardrails. The stakes for safety are about to get exponentially higher too. There are industry rumors right now that OpenAI has put its Sora video generator directly inside the everyday ChatGPT interface. Merging high-end video generation into the largest consumer AI interface instantly elevates the threat level for deepfakes and synthetic media. This tension between capability and safety is culminating in historic legal showdowns. We are currently watching an unprecedented cross-industry alliance. Microsoft, alongside 37 prominent researchers from rivals like OpenAI and Google DeepMind, are officially backing Anthropic in federal court against a U.S. Administration National Security Threat designation. This entirely stems from Anthropic's strict refusal to allow unrestricted military use of its models. What we are analyzing here is purely a historic stress test of constitutional protection versus national security mandates. The entire industry is watching to see how the legal boundaries between defense procurement and civil liberties will be drawn. Do foundational models count as dual-use weapons? That is the question the courts have to answer. And Anthropic is clearly preparing for a future where these societal impacts are the main battleground. They just launched the Anthropic Institute, led by Jack Clark and Matt Botvinnik. They're dedicating this hub to acting as a public policy bridge, studying the impending economic displacement, and the incredibly complex rule of law challenges we are about to face. Frontier labs are no longer just building models. They are aggressively trying to write the socioeconomic rulebook for the future. It's a massive responsibility. Before we get into the final takeaways, just a reminder that you can find more insights like this at ainuku.com. So let's summarize the key takeaways and actionable insights from everything we've covered today. First, the shift from conversational AI to agentic AI is here, and it's moving incredibly fast. Whether it's Meta buying up Moltbook's agent network or Google rolling out plan mode for Gemini, the models are now acting, not just answering. If you are building in this space, your focus needs to be on interoperability, plugging into standards like the Model Context Protocol so your tools can talk to the rest of the digital plumbing. Second, the physical infrastructure is becoming the ultimate bottleneck. We are seeing massive investments from Nvidia into hyperscale clouds and intense races for high bandwidth memory, proving that the digital future is entirely dependent on real-world power and silicon. And finally, as we integrate multimodal models and robots that understand real-world physics into our daily lives, safety and governance are no longer afterthoughts. The legal battles over dual-use models and the alarming medical misdiagnosis rates prove that we have to be incredibly precise about how we prompt and deploy these systems. When you look at everything we have unpacked today, it raises a much deeper question. We have AI agents getting their own social networks, conducting rigorous math research, and handling our digital chores. But what happens to human purpose when the struggle of learning, the friction that literally builds our cognitive resilience, is entirely outsourced? If an AI plans your day, fights your cyber battles, and writes your journals, who is actually living your life? And that's your daily dose of AI know-how from ainuku.com, AI news you can use.